Hi everyone, welcome back to LL Sports TV. Just a quick review of the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight. I'm not sure if it was a fight. In fact, it wasn't a fight at all. Listen, I tried to tell you guys before. I'm not trying to be wise after the event. I predicted this would happen. The fight stunk, and the stench was unbearable. Absolute farce. I've got to say that from start to finish, this fight was a non-entity. Mike Tyson came into the ring wearing what looked like a brace on his knee. He clearly came into the fight injured. He had this somewhat disinterested and bemused and bewildered look about him, almost like he was in a trance. I couldn't quite make it out. But anyway, Jake Paul quickly established dominance. I think Mike Tyson landed one punch in the first round that was half decent, seemed to take Jake Paul's attention. But after that, it was pretty much one-way traffic. But when I say one-way traffic, it wasn't like Jake Paul was doing a whole lot either. In fact, it is my contention that he carried Mike Tyson. I think Jake Paul, if he really wanted to, he could have got Tyson out of there. And I think out of respect and out of impossibly not wanting to be hated by the whole of the boxing fraternity and the boxing world, just carried Mike Tyson and just thought, look, let me just get this over and done with. And that's it. It was a nothing fight, really. There was no highlights, nothing to report back on, really. It was just Jake Paul moving away from a clearly debilitated Mike Tyson, throwing a few jabs, throwing some body shots, throwing punches that didn't really have anything on them, because he knew it was enough to, as I say, maintain his dominance without really going in for the kill. I mean, he could have got Tyson out of there if he really wanted to, but he chose not to. Now, some people might give him credit for that. Some people might say, look, he showed he could win without going in for the kill, and that's what he did. But from an entertainment perspective, it was really poor. And I mean really poor. There was just nothing for me to really talk about in the way of entertainment. No big punches landed, no excitement, no nothing. The crowd were booing from early, as well they might. I mean, they must feel like really shafted tonight, for want of a better word, because there was basically nothing that you could really look at in that fight and say you've been entertained by. Absolutely nothing. And it was an embarrassment. It was a disgrace. It was a farce. All the derogatory adjectives you want to use, or you could use, apply to this so-called fight. I described it beforehand as a cynical money grab, and that's exactly what it was. Me personally, I'm kind of glad that Jake Paul did what he did, because watching Tyson tonight, Mike Tyson, it was pitiful. I mean, I'm going back a long way now, but I can remember the Mike Tyson of old, bobbing and weaving, the black shorts, the black boots, no robe, going in there, knocking man out. He was absolutely changed the game, the Mike Tyson of old. But this version of Mike Tyson, 58 years old, and he actually looked older than 58, I've got to say that. I don't know what was wrong with him, but he looked off, and it was just... Words fail me in a way, and I'm normally quite good with words, people, but words fail me. It was an absolute abject, dismal, ridiculous. I'm struggling to come up with words to describe how poor that was. Like I said, the only slither of hope or any type of recompense I can take from that is the fact that Jake Paul showed pity on Mike Tyson and allowed him to go the distance. There's literally nothing else I can say. There was absolutely no highlights, nothing to really talk about in terms of action. As I said, Jake Paul just established a jab, he kept his distance, knew there was nothing coming back, and just kind of toyed with Tyson right to the end. And then we had the predictable hugging and, you know what I mean, complimentary words for each other after. Got to also say as well, Netflix, I don't know what they're up to, man, but that was very poor from them. The production, the amount of times the stream froze and stuff like that, I gather there was numerous complaints about that. So all in all, a pretty bad night. for that fight anyway. The undercard was very good though. A couple of really good fights on the undercard. Mario Barris, Ramos fight, that was a good fight. I thought Ramos nicked it, but they gave that as a draw. The Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano, excellent fight. Quite controversial because a lot of people say that Serrano should have won. A lot of people said it was a robbery. I can't quite say that. I can't quite use the term robbery. Reason being is because Netflix effed up and I didn't get to see rounds 5 and 6. Up until the point where we lost transmission, I think that was the end of round 4. I think I had it 2 rounds each. But I know a lot of people, judging by the comments online, are disappointed with the decision. Another Katie Taylor decision goes her way, as they always seem to do. But yeah, those 2 fights were excellent fights. But the Tyson versus Jake Paul fight will go down in memory as one of the worst fights I've ever seen. And I say that without any equivocation. That was terrible. Tyson has made a lot of money tonight. Fair play, Jimmy. Spend his money. I hope he spends it wisely because I hope he never, ever, ever considers getting in the ring again. As for Jake Paul, some serious questions need to be asked of him now. I mean, he's got away with this tonight, but I get the feeling just by talking to the other guys on the stream with and, you know, looking on the comments online, I think people have had enough of this now. He's going to have to step up. If he wants to be taken seriously as a boxer, he's going to have to fight some real boxers and not try and rip off the public like what he did tonight. Well, not try, he did. Because the interest was phenomenal. The place looked sold out. And look what the fans were treated to, an absolute farce. But anyway, that's it from me. As I said, absolute disgrace. I said beforehand, the fight stinks, and it stinks even worse now. The stench just won't go away. As I said, it's my opinion, although Jake Paul won on points, I honestly believe that if he wanted to have got Mike Tyson out of there, he could have done that from as early as the 3rd or the 4th round, when Mike Tyson was blowing out his arse. His leg was knackered. And at times, he looked like he didn't want to be in there. He was literally surviving to stay in the fight. When I say fight, as I said, I say that loosely. But anyway, that's all from me. Thank you very much for watching LL Sports TV. If you're new here, please like, share, and subscribe. It means a lot to me. We're closing in on the 2,000 subscribers. Hopefully, we can achieve that very soon. Thanks very much, people. See you soon. Take care. I'm out.